Hello everyone, it's Nick back with you today for your daily fix of cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today we'll be discussing Ripple and XRP along with a wide range of other topics related to finance and cryptocurrency. With that said, I hope everyone had a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. As we actually look at what is happening, there is a major shift, which is why I've been talking about Brics a little bit more lately than I usually do. I actually published a post about Brics back in August, and I also discussed XRP and the XRP ledger, mostly outside of Ripple. This is because I feel like a lot of people look at Ripple alone and decide that whatever the situation, they won't use XRP or even tap into Ripple at all. However, if we take a closer look at what's going on globally, we can see that payments are changing along with the methods of making them, payment networks, and the fact that SWIFT has been dying for some time. One of the major topics I recently covered was the fact that the heads of payments for SWIFT, Citi, and Ripple recently attended a conference to discuss the new rails for the new world. When we consider that, we can see that a new world is rapidly approaching, one that will be dominated by new payment networks, payment vehicles, bridge currencies, and other things of that nature. Everything is changing, and I understand that. It's easy to get caught up in the short term and decide, oh, you know, I'm done with XRP. I'm jumping into meme coins because they're moving and I want to make money. But the truth is that everyone wants to make money. Banks would essentially be under control, so we have a solution. Thanks to big technology, CBDCs are currently the way to go because they make it possible to create new SDRs for free and bundle them to compose a basket. Unlike the printing system where creating a private SDR is expensive due to the underdeveloped market, using DLT tokenization allows for instantaneous, cost-free creation of SDRs, and this could be the basis for central bankers to decide to authorize, is AMF to issue SDR. Creating a multilateral lender of last resort with the ability to manage the basis of global liquidity in a countercyclical. That he was slacking all through the video is a little rough, however, in any case, right, like tokenization is the huge term that they have been pushing with a ton of things zeroed in on worldwide liquidity. DLT is the enormous center point like that, is at the middle point innovation and this unrest. Occurring around installment frameworks, installment networks, it's all in cycle right now, yet this whole thing separates everything occurring around, you know, the mechanical transformation, otherwise known as the fourth and the fifth modern upheaval, however, at that point. We additionally discuss a nonpartisan instrument framework for worldwide liquidity, the board, and that is where we truly sort of spotlight on DLT that has that worldwide liquidity process behind it, otherwise known as on-request liquidity, obviously with the assistance of what Wave has been making yet. This is all completely centered around the thing we have been addressing with regards to worldwide liquidity and SDRs, the blocks around in ESDR, they're naming this as the main arrangement, and it truly returns me to what the unified countries were pushing as far as that premium supranational cash, which would be the safe cash or the extension cash at the core of this new framework that is giving liquidity and giving a repayment component. It's sort of insane to think about. Yet sensibly talking, where are we headed? Right, currently change is occurring, the fiat framework is broken and it keeps on breaking step by step presently. Likewise, Smoke Canine put out this post. Now I tended to this somewhat right with these pictures where you have the SDR and the SDR at the middle point. And this is with NIPS. You additionally have each of the monetary standards there. You have the SDR bin and the new unit of record on the base. Again, take a gander at the focal point of where. That SDR is on the right side. We additionally have can hold Swell's computerized resource on their own accounting reports, rather banks ought to combine liquidity into one shaft subsequently, just making markets between its homegrown cash and around the world conveyed computerized resource frequently. Alluded to as a general scaffold resource, like when we hear these things, it's sort of insane. It's sort of crazy we're addressing if all that we're seeing and all that we're hearing is genuine, yet practically when you see what's going on, liquidity is a major issue. Liquidity has been, you know, it's been evaporating marginally, and when I say marginally, I mean it's been evaporating. We've been centered around the enormous banks. There, a ton of banks are correct now in basic mode, right? And with Basel III, a ton of issues occur around liquidity. There's the liquidity. Choking influences, however, at that point, when you take a gander at Grub Ravacho accounts, right court liquidity, what's opening that wave with XRP can do that. This is where things are beginning to check out and where a ton of these thoughts or these tinfoil cap speculations, they're truly beginning to check out occasionally. Like to this end, I discount no hypothesis to this end. I don't discount anything that we've been hearing or perusing since everything truly checks out now. Here we have here from Credit Suisse, we're going into another worldview, and this is at a world monetary. Gathering from the blocks on June 22nd, 2022, and this is in regards to the G7 of the East. This is President Putin. He noticed that the production of a global safe cash in light of a container of monetary forms of our nations is being chipped away at now. They really do. Talk a tad about Blocks coin again. I couldn't say whether Blocks coin will work yet. They are in regards to the improvement of a global safe cash standardized where occupants, and afterward, additionally, we have down here, showed a country hold a piece of its regular assets for the sponsorship of the year. New monetary framework, this would be an SDR. In fact, its particular load in the cash crate of the new financial unit would increment as needs be, giving that country bigger money holds and credit. Limit reciprocal trade lines too, with exchanging accomplice nations, would furnish them with sufficient funding for exchange supporting, and I can't help suspecting that new standards come 2 by 2. So again, this is exceptionally fascinating. Such an ASDR would, one might say, be the quintessential hold resource, since it would be completely supported by hold monetary forms, and this is from the IMF in regards to the proportion in regards to it, and we likewise have down. We believe that given what appears to be a very special opportunity for this investable asset, we must distinguish between money and assets. When we discuss cryptocurrency, we are referring to an asset class. It may be backed up, making it safer. It may not be backed up, making it a riskier investment. Nonetheless, it is not the same as money, rather. It is more akin to a managed fund for money management. When we discuss money, we have digital currencies issued by central banks, which are, in fact, digitalized forms of payment. Can the private sector play a role in this space? Yes, of course, however, we must be cautious in informing the public about the precise role the private sector has played throughout the history of money. I like the idea that we can improve payment systems with private sector passion. Oh, there are 2 votes. Let me try. Do you think I'll hold cryptocurrency in the future? Oh, that's easier. Here are the votes. Choose one. The first one is for you, IMF. Do you think I'll hold cryptocurrency in the future? I didn't put that up there. I'm supposed to be extremely conservative about these things because I work in the legal department, so keep that in mind. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I believe we shocked Ross into silence with that one. So there you have IT. Again, holding cryptocurrencies at the IMF. Again, it feels as though the plan has OR 80 been set up for quite a while in regards to holding these crypto resources, since they're not actually cash, they're innovation. They could back frameworks, they could turn into a huge piece of the framework, and I feel like we're going towards a universe of the obscure where Skioros could be. Crypto ASDRs could be crypto XRP could be an SDR. We're esteeming these things in dollars. However, I feel like we ought not be. I don't believe that that is the case yet. A massive change is in progress. You know whether the blocks are pushing this ESDR thought, assuming that we've proactively begun to see conversations in regards to ASDR explicitly, even from the IMF. It makes me feel that this is all, getting sorted out. It's all approaching together, and it's every one of a piece of a similar precise arrangement. And even this conversation here from Smoke, where we have blocks. Installment framework in view of bushel of monetary standards and blockchain swell XRP unite liquidity into one pool of created monetary forms, SDR completely. Supported by saved monetary forms, gave by confidential area utilizing blockchain. Like when you piece all of this together, it appears to be like the environment. I mean, it's everything here presently. Call it insane, call it anything you desire. There's no denying the way that Wave has previously been in. Conversations with a ton of these people that are a piece of this move, like for